Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna start on the ceiling today, but in order to get to the ceiling Myrex, we need to do some framing. So over here, you will see the weather logic. The weather logic is giving us our air control layer on this girder because I didn't think far enough ahead to do it properly, or at least easily. So now we've got to seal off this area where this ceiling is down here, but this ceiling in here is up here, and we don't want air going through the wall. We can't easily use Myrex. This is actually gonna be a lot easier for us. So we're gonna get this done, and then we're gonna move into getting this whole area covered with Myrex and encapsulating our air control layer. Let's get into it. You're out of nails. I'm gonna be out of nails in 2 seconds.
I'm out of nails?
Before I am out.
Bro, look at this.
What?
Wait.
You were short nail rich?
Wait. Look at all these.
What?
And I got Tico nails.
So, I think I should clarify for the people in the back of the room, right? That our Myrex is gonna die here.
Yep.
And the problem is, how do we continue the air control layer all the way around and then up the ceiling in the loft? What I should have done was I should have ran a roll of Myrex over the top of this girder down so that I could have connected it with tape. We didn't do that. We did not think that far ahead. This is something that we'll remember next time that we do a detail like this, which
Probably, yeah.
who knows if we ever will. So what we're doing is we're Myrexing to here, we're taping it to this guy, and then we're going to run our weather logic across and spray foam the back of this. That's gonna give us our air seal in this weird odd cavity. Instead of doing rock wool right here, we thought that would be the easiest. And then that's gonna tie us in up there to the top of the girder, where we will then continue our Myrex in the ceiling. So we're just trying to get through this area, this weird spot for air control. So this is what we came up with. I know we talked about it, and actually a lot of you asked me, what are you gonna do at that girder? And this is the best we came up with. So let's cut this last wind tie out of our way and get it blocked. Ugh. Somebody needs to make an electric Megatech. You know that's coming.
It's already out there.
It is?
I've seen the drafts for it.
Oh. Well, they actually asked me what I thought about it, so I already knew. We've been demoing it for a while now. Are you decent?
Subpar.
If you like it, I like it. Jeez, that ain't going nowhere. So this wind tie, probably not necessary because we're gonna have 2x8s tied in on all of this over here. But, you know, it's already here. We're not gonna remove it. We needed it for permanent bracing. Yeah, we're just gonna leave them here. So this is now, oh, we got a couple more, don't we, Greg? Wait, what is it? What is it? 40 and a half?
No, it's 40 and like 9/16.
I cut you at 40 and a half, brother. We just tip touched.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Phrase it a little bit differently.
We just touched tips.
Better.
Okay. I didn't want that blown on me.
I hate you.
I'm sorry, dude. I was just trying to be safe.
Okay, that's interesting. You sure you cut?
No, I'm not. I did 41 and a half, buddy.
So our angle's gonna be off.
No, it won't.
Yep.
Here, can you hold that right there?
No way.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. That should be 1/2 inch based on the saw guide, but maybe it's not.
Oh my gosh, we still need like another quarter off. Maybe you went off the wrong mark.
I don't know what to tell you. Or is it our angle's off?
It'll fit.
Nice, dude.
But the angle is off, 100%.
Well, yeah, because it was based off of improper math, man. Let's move on to our next detail before we can get on the ceiling, and that is going to be something that we've done on all of our buildings where we have interiors, which is our attic air deflectors. We run out our house wrap up in the soffit. We're gonna do something different here. I can't wait to show you. It was an idea that Greg had. I'm just giving it to you. I know it wasn't your idea, but
Okay.
and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So let's move on to that detail. Heck yeah.
I definitely finished before you did. No.
There we go.
No.
Why not? It's a track saw. It cuts a perfect straight line.
No.
I like it. I think we probably want to go.
We want him to be just snug.
We want it to be snug. So this is what we're gonna use. Well, I don't wanna give it away yet. We're gonna hold off. So we're gonna go ahead and fill up this, this area with these RSS GRKs just for some added structure. Normally we would do 1/2-inch bolts. I don't have them. So we're gonna do this. And I am perfectly content with this. We have a bunch of 20 pennies in here. It's not going nowhere. So what we are gonna do normally when we do our venting detail, so this is gonna get blown in insulation up here, which means we don't want blown in going out into our soffits. This is where our soffit venting goes up to the ridge. What we're gonna do is we're going to stack scrap rock wool here, okay? This is gonna still have 1.5 inch air gap, plenty of air gap here for airflow. And then it's gonna be a little tight and we're gonna shove it just like this. Greg, now that I see this, I don't know if I like this.
Why is that?
Well, I can't tell, but is it out at the comfort bat? Are we squashing the comfort bat any?
Yes.
We are?
Because remember, we had to cut it out and inset this board.
Okay.
So now we're going up against that.
Yes, we
bat.
inset the board 1.5 inches, but we're not 1.5 inches. We're out at the post.
Correct.
So what about the space behind this right here?
What about it?
Is it?
We're going right up against it.
Can you just pull it out? I just want to, I didn't even look. Yeah, I mean, see what I'm saying? I'm not like pressing, I guess I can. And I'm gonna have this up here, so it will push it a little bit. So basically, instead of having an attic air deflector with our Tyvek, this is gonna be what the blown-in contractor, the insulation contractor can come in and blow against this. We've got 16 inches up to the top of this, which is gonna give us plenty of R value, but it's gonna keep this open, so we'll still have an open airflow into the ridge vent. So that's what we gotta do next before we go ahead and cover this all up with our Myrex.
Let's hope this works.
All right, that's one way to, that's a nice, I like it, man.
Got to use your brain sometimes, you know?
Or your cat's paw. Too tight.
We just do this here.
Is it tight up top or is it tight the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Well then take it off, take it off. Wait a second, I just had an idea.
Wait, you want to just lay it down here? I'll cut the backside.
Okay.
That's all I gotta do.
I had an idea though. So if this doesn't work, I got an idea.
I've already got a great idea.
It's gonna be a heck of an idea.
This is gonna be the best idea right here.
Mine will be the next good idea if it doesn't work, okay? You could be the change, Greg, that we all want.
I am the change.
Gonna set a nail here, just so it doesn't come out. And we keep it nice and tight against our comfort bat that is back here. So now this is kind of our finished detail. I like it. It's definitely a very expensive attic air deflector versus a roll of scrap house wrap, but I've already got it.
You can't put a price on comfort though.
You can't put a price on comfort board. Actually, they can. I think it's, I don't remember how much a board costs.
Pretty expensive.
All right, hold on to your butts.
Interesting phrase.
That's from wait, who said that? Hold on to your butts. I think it's or Back to the Future?
Oh, obviously. Look at that. Perfect fit.
Perfect fit. Good airflow from our soffits, good R value. Now let's see how our comfort board fits.
Snug.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, that was a good squeeze.
Not as good as mine.
No, mine was better.
No,
Yep.
trust me, I was squeezing.
I had the best squeeze. According to my calculations, we have a 93.7 success rate.
You probably did not learn math, did you?
You just talk about chances. You weren't talking about like factual, like.
Oh, I was. Yeah, I was talking about our factual work.
No. You'll have to cut a block in there.
Where's the knife at?
What'd you do with it?
What do you mean? No, you cut the last cut.
I did?
It's right there in your pouch,
No, I didn't.
jerk. You gonna make it?
The cheese of truth. That's a good one.
Dang, that's a good one, dude. So there we go. That is now our new and improved air control detail, attic air deflection. Look at that. That is pretty darn sweet, Greg. Let's go ahead and get our framing now done on the rest of the ceiling so that we can start running our Myrex to the other side. And before we finish that side, we will add the same detail to the other side. We only have to do this on our E's. We don't have to do this on our ends. So like here, where we run into an end wall, we just ran our comfort bats high enough that we'll just blow right against it. I'm hoping that these are nice and snug. Greg, your cuts are perfect, buddy.
Thanks.
So far.
So far.
Come on. Come on, get down. Why did I say that your cuts have been good? I think that's just me though. Sometimes the 2x8s, you know, you got to get in there just right because if you're on an angle, it won't.
I'll say I didn't see anything wrong with that one.
No, it is beautiful, man. Easy peasy. This is kind of our whole scrap pile of rock wool. And we've been trying to use as much as possible, but I'm kind of at the end here. I guess I could probably stack some of this stuff up. Here. I could use those. That's not going to work for a 2x6. Nope. Those are under our over top mount saddle.
Yeah, I guess they would go 2x6. Yeah.
Keep looking. No, that's not what we're looking for. All right, twinette time. I'll just keep moving it up on the board and just set it there. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Or just,
or you can hold it.
Yeah, give it to me.
Okay.
Then you can go back and squeegee.
Okay, I feel that.
Go to this guy, yep.
Okay. There you go.
Whoa! I already did mine.
Can never be too squeeged.
Look at the pressure he's putting on that. It's bending his squeege. You got motion, twin.
Yep, straighten her out.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm the driver. You're the twin-etter.
Make sure you squeegee. Oh, there ain't much there to twinette to there. I got some wane on that board.
Ouch.
What tattoo could I get that would really speak volumes to my, like, my mantra, Greg?
Wall to wall and I still ain't sold out.
Wall to wall and I still ain't sold out?
Yep.
In Greek.
In Greek, yeah.
Or Latin. I think I'd go Latin.
Yeah, you got to go Latin. That's like traditional.
Oh, could I do Arabic? Arabic?
Arabic.
I got.
You did say that.
I'm excited to get some Myrex up here, brother.
I feel like I'm better at multitasking than you are, so this is the perfect job for me.
Well, I feel like we're exactly where we need to be, buddy.
Right place, right time. How's that speed?
I'm good, dude. Go faster. Come on. Bro, look down that freaking line and tell me how amazing that. I think the squeegee running square with the side made it run like a dream. Yeah. Look down at it. I mean, I didn't think I was doing that good, but.
Yeah, not too bad.
That means a lot coming from you. You don't hand out compliments very often.
That wasn't a compliment.
Oh yeah, you said good job.
I said not too bad.
Okay, my abs are starting to hurt. Wait a second. What are we taping this to?
What are we taping that to?
Yeah. Are you telling me we're just going to rely on twinette to be our seal?
Oh, I see.
I think the twinette is a good air seal, but I don't know that it's like 100%. So do we like come through and corvoom this and then take and just wrap here so it doesn't go anywhere before we frame it? Or do we just assume that putting a 2x and squinching it tight would be plenty? I bet it will, you know? I bet it will.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Good question.
Don't ever go outside of the lift, kids. Here, 59.
59.
Let's go 59 and a quarter. Let's go to that end and mark 59 inches and a quarter.
Here we go. What's that from?
Here we go. Oh, that cartoon game, Mario.
No,
I don't
no.
know.
Disney Peter Pan. When they go off to Neverland.
This segment is sponsored by Tajima. Tajima, maker of fine chalk lines and measuring devices, tape measures, utility knives. What else, Greg?
I don't know.
Yeah. Caulk guns. They make a mean caulk gun, but I just use their chalk lines. Also, Tajima's never sent me anything. I've bought everything Tajima I've ever wanted.
You like it?
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't mark you. It didn't mark you. I was just messing with you, buddy.
Yeah, it marked me. I know it did. I felt.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
I swear to the Lord. Okay, wait. Let me see. Yeah. It's a little bit black.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Come on, right on the line, buddy. Keep it straight.
You're the one with the freaking end, dude.
Don't back talk to me.
It's all good, buddy. All right, guys, we got our framing, we got our twinette, we got our first roll of Myrex cut, hopefully to the correct length, so we make it from one end to the next. And we're gonna go up, get the first one in, see how it goes. I think it'll be fine. We've done this before.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Easy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I'm
anxious
to do it.
I'm anxious to see if it gives us some good reflection in here.
Makes it brighter.
Brighter. Now we take this, and here, just don't grab it on the end, but yeah, keep it taut, and just run it back straight. All right, before we do this last run of Myrex here, we're gonna put the attic access right here in the middle so I can get up here, I can get blown-in insulation done if I gotta run an electrical someday. And we're gonna make a little bit of a bigger box. We're gonna think about how much insulation is gonna go in here, so we're gonna make a plywood box around the inside to make it taller for insulation to get filled up. And then I'm gonna do some type of air sealing. I don't know how, because we're gonna be doing a blower door test. This is gonna be a potential weak spot. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of framing. Greg's cutting me some lumber. What'd I say, 31, Greg?
You did 31 and a half.
Can you measure those right there?
Where are they at?
Right there.
Oh, these guys?
I think it's 31 total.
Oh, yeah, it should be 31 total. Yeah, 31.
31, all right. So, 31. I mean, this box doesn't matter because we're gonna make a bigger box inside of this. I'm just trying to define my attic door. All right, let's see if it works. So all I'm going to do, I want to be in the precise middle. 2111 and 5/8, 2110 and 5/8. So this side is shorter, which means I need to extend it a half of an inch because we were off a total of an inch. And that is my center. So 16 inches, no, 15 and a half each way. That's so I can put a half-inch box on the inside, and then it will be 30-inch. I don't know if that really matters, it just seems like a dimension I wanted to use. What are the chances they fit? I say slim.
Well, 31s, if you put them on the 2x12s, they'll fit just fine.
Okay, that's on that board looking a little, I can see that, it's a little bit.
Crowned.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pull this one screw. This actually might work out kind of nice. There, so now we have a 16-inch tall attic access panel. That way the blow-in insulation can come up as high as we need it. If we only used a 2x12, we'd be kind of limited to just 11¼ inches of insulation. And I'm just gonna add like probably a 2x4 rim around this to strengthen it up, because you know I'm gonna be climbing in and out of this thing. Now we can go ahead and finish up the Myrex. All right, so this is just electrical conduit, and what we're doing is we're gonna make a chase run from the upstairs on the mezzanine over to where this ceiling goes up, and that is so that I have a place to potentially run wiring, speaker wire, internet wire, electrical wire for ceiling lights. And the goal is it's gonna go through my air control layer, both over here and over here. So I just thought, you know, even though I probably don't need to do this because it's just an electrical conduit, I wanted to glue it for air sealing purposes, because from end to end, I don't want any air escaping because then that would be obviously leaking in through my air control layer. So I'm gonna run 2 of these. We're gonna put 2 chases up there just for who knows what. And over here, it's gonna be accessible through a hopeful closet that I'm planning on building upstairs. And then on this end, Greg, do you think we do like a little like access panel maybe on that end?
Down here?
Yeah, or maybe it's just a piece of steel or something that we can always remove and then have this, maybe a junction box on this end. You know what I'm saying?
You could do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just think this is one of those things that $130 total or something like that to buy this pipe and hardware to mount it. Better to do it now than to have to climb up there in the attic and get out in the corner where it's not very comfortable, especially once insulation is blown in. But I have not completely thought through every detail on my electrical, so this is just trying to avoid like oh crap, why didn't I do that? Now I have to get up into that attic space versus I can just pull maybe some wires through this from one side to the other. And we want to put it up there before we put our ceiling Myrex finishes on.
I mean, at that point, it's all you.
It's all me?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and hand me the other one.
Yep. If you say please.
Please, sir, can I have another one? So you can see here this section. This is going to be in a little 6-inch wall back here. So there's going to be a cavity where when we pop our pipes through, we'll have a little space to put maybe some junction boxes. I don't know. I do know, however, that my internet is going to come from my house, which is over this way. So I'm going to have a point-to-point, and then I'm going to have all my internet items and devices probably over here in my office area, my fun area. So I'm going to need to run some low voltage wires, and I don't want to have to crawl up here and do it later. So the cost of this was cheap. I figured might as well run 2 while I'm at it. 2 1.5-inch pipes. I think they're 1.5 inches. Yeah, I think I want 1.5 inches. I don't think I needed any bigger. I know that. And there's that one. All right, so now I'm gonna have to go out there.
On the other side and pop your holes, right? And then
Yeah.
you want me to stay up here and fish them in towards you?
Yeah. You know what, man? I know this is crazy, but I think drilling the hole on the other side would be way easier. Yeah, I like it. Go for it.
Final answer.
I have no clue. Do it.
You want it tight to the truss?
It can be down from the truss, you know, 1/4 inch or so.
I'm down like probably 1/2 inch.
Perfect. Okay, hey, are you through? If
Probably.
you're through, I can come back the other way.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we started doing this process, realized that if these pipes are above the insulation, it would give us better R value because they wouldn't be blocking insulation, but then they would be above the insulation. Therefore, in a hot attic space or a cold attic space, depending on the season, it would be potentially condensating in the winter because it's going to be warm air inside both ends. So we're gonna drop them lower and make new holes. And I think this is probably a smarter move anyway, if I'm being honest. So good job. This was Michael's idea. Okay, buddy.
It's got some R value.
And the good thing is I've got the marks. Those should still be the same marks.
They should be, yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna work my way back over. Let's start fastening these down.
You wanna stay there so we can see our marks?
No, my marks are right there.
Oh, they're here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, smart guy.
I know, man.
Smart guy.
Nice. Let's get another one.
Another one.
Another one. Heck yes. I think I just smelt your breath, dude.
Smell my breath. Smell like coffee?
I don't know. I didn't think it was coffee. All right, so we decided we needed to get this Razan on. I really wanted to move in. Remember, the whole goal of spending this entire week inside was because my garage doors are coming in and we need to get them installed, which means we need to get the ceiling installed over there where we have not even gotten to yet. We're like, oh yeah, let's just start back here. We'll be done by lunchtime. And 4 days later, we're almost there.
Almost.
It's a lot of work.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of details, but it's shaping up good. And the problem is, I've said it before, the Myrex will start to curl if it's not attached to anything. So we want to get this Razan on, get it taped, because it'll be easier now than later. And I think it's only take us like 25 minutes. And then we'll get started on that ceiling over there where the garage doors got to get put in. Dude, I can't wait for the garage doors. Now that the windows, look how bright it is in here, man. It's epic. Greg, what do you think it's gonna be like up there when we get it done?
Even more epic.
Oh, okay, even more epic?
Yep.
All right, but guys, you guys probably don't need to watch us do a ton of Razan, so we'll just run into some time lapse or something while we run this out. Honestly, I think this performed better than I thought we were gonna get. I thought there was gonna be more issues because there was no weight of the insulation, but it worked out good. We got the Razan taped. This section is now done minus framing that we have to do.
And Corvoom.
And Corvoom. But we're gonna now move over and we're gonna get this all above the garage door done and hopefully Myrex ceiling framed and ready for garage door. So there's one thing that I've realized is that we have moved material piles and tools and supplies to move them again because they're in our way. And that's really unfortunate, Greg. We should have just built this like 10 times bigger, you know?
Yep.
Then we could have.
We would have been doing the same thing on a grander scale.
Oh yeah. So you're saying it doesn't matter?
It don't matter.
Oh, all right. Let's get this lift in. Let's get this area above the door done and Myrex. It's Friday today. I got a hot date with my wife tonight and I don't want to work till all wee hours of the night, okay?
Yeah, I got a hot date with my fiance.
Wait, you're getting married? Why didn't you tell me that?
No, don't worry. We'll make an invitation for you.
There we go. All right, so above this garage door, we didn't think ahead enough to Myrex prior to the header. So being an end wall door, we didn't really need the header for structure. It was more just, we knew it would be easier to build on the ground. But now we have to come up and we got to do a little bit of extra detail work so that we can attach our Myrex because we don't want to just run it, have it like folded over top of the board. It gets all weird and it just is a pain in the butt for like proper air sealing. So what we are going to do is take these strips of Weather Logic, we're going to shove them right down this, like this. We got to cut it down a little bit. We're going to screw through. So it's going to basically just give us a ledger to twinette. Then we can run our Myrex. We can Corvoom it to the wood. And then we've, effectively air sealed to this 2x. And then we can do the same thing and go around the corner. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this Myrex done. And then we're good to do our last bit of ceiling frame definition board that goes across this. And we'll be on to Myrex over here. How much? Let's leave 1.5 inches, something like that.
So 15?
Yeah. Do you have a red?
I don't think I do.
You have to have the red because I don't have it. Bro, is that Mary Poppins' bag of goodies over there or what?
Yeah. What do you want?
What do you mean what I want? I just
right
asked. I want a red. Okay, so if I take that from you, it's now mine. It probably was mine. This is probably from the NFBA. This really doesn't need any real structure either. This is strictly just a place for us to terminate our Myrex. Nice. All right, we've got the framing done over the garage door. We've got our Myrex installed. So now we're gonna move into, we gotta finish this last bit of insulation along these eaves like we did over in the other section, which Greg's been cutting. Looks good. All right, so we're gonna run our Myrex perpendicular to our ceiling framing right here. Now that we have this done, we got our Myrex goes up, it's taped and taped to the top of my board. So this is a solid, you know, there's no air loss here. We don't have any joints. And what we'll do is now we'll run this Myrex here. It'll run tight into this corner and then we can tape this off. So that was kind of the easiest way we figured we could do this since we don't frame like conventionally. You know, it's not a stick frame where you've got every 2 foot you've got a rafter. We didn't want to have our Myrex span so far. We thought that would be kind of hard to tape. So this was what we came up with. Right or wrong, I don't know. Pretty easy use of some scrap weather logic just to give us something to put some tape to. You know, I just realized it's kind of like an unintentional circumstance too. By nailing off this little bit of a piece of plywood, I'm actually going to be stiffening this up also, so I'll have a tighter corner. Wasn't even thinking about that. This is what we needed right here. We needed a nice solid spot to take our Myrex, tape it off, and without that like scrap weather logic, it would just be floppy and it would be really hard to tape this. Now we can run our Corvoom here, super easy, but we didn't need a solid 2x there because we're gonna be running another 2x right here once we tape it off, and that's gonna be the 2x4 that drops underneath our ceiling to create our service cavity. So it all kind of got to go in an order, and this whole thing has been taking Greg and I and our brain power quite a while because nobody's drawn this up for us. We don't have an architect. We're just figuring this stuff out as we go, trying to make the details work as good as possible and achieve absolute greatness. That's the goal.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bro, you shot me!
That
Why'd you go so low?
It's a complete accident. Oh, you might be able to make it.
Why?
Take 2.
Hey, nice first throw there, buddy.
Yeah.
That's a long day, guys. A long 2 days. Actually, 4 days. Right, Greg? We started 4 days ago?
5.
No, Monday we didn't. We did miscellaneous on Monday.
Monday we did scrapping.
Scrapping, cutting, steel and stuff. So 4 days to do all this interior work, all the framing on the walls, the window details, the ceiling. But this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess if you think about it, we did a lot.
We did a lot in 4 days. It's definitely a lot bigger and open feeling. Like I thought it might close it off. I don't feel like it's small. All right, now that the Myrex is up on the ceiling, we need to do our service cavity. So we need to run some extra framing on the ceiling. And not that we have to, but we want to because it allows me to run my wiring on the inside of our Myrex, which is our air control layer, reducing the number of times that I have to fix any penetrations that are going through that. So just like on our walls where we have this 2x6, this area here that is going to be behind our wall finish is our service cavity. It allows us to run wiring, plumbing, whatever. We're going to have the same thing on our ceiling, so I can just run wires around for all my lights and not have to come in and out of my air control layer. So we're going to go every 4 foot with 2x4s, and they're going to get attached with 4-inch GRKs to all of those 2x8s that we ran in between the trusses at 4 foot on center. Good job. I think I nailed it. Yep. If you don't know what we're doing based on that explanation, yeah, this is quite easy actually. Yeah. All right, so that is kind of the detail on our ceiling framing, guys. It's that service cavity for us, and it's really quite simple. So I'm not gonna make a ton of content on it. The big thing is we had to get moving forward on the interior, even though I wanna be outside, because we have garage doors on order, and they're gonna be coming before I know it, and I just wanted this out of the way. So we've been taking it every crappy day advantage to get in here and do it. So that's the ceiling framing, and if you guys want to see how this all turns out, obviously you want to stay tuned. You want to hit the subscribe button down in the corner. But the next videos, man, we've got finishes coming outside, and RRHQ is looking awesome. So with that, I'm going to clean up, and we'll catch you on the next video.